Hey guys, we're about to go live. I'm still waiting for the ebook to arrive. Clearly, I stole something that is definitely mine. Let's just say that. But I just wanted to say hi, welcome for those who are already waiting for a couple of minutes. I decided to boot up the stream. Actually, I set up the stream for 6 p.m. I'm sorry for those who are already in here. But originally, our plans are for 7 because today is a crazy busy day. First of all, press record started around 6. No, was it 5:30-ish? I don't even know. But they started earlier before us just now, and they ended. So it's like, man, might as well boot it up. So we're starting officially, hopefully between now and the next 10 minutes, depending on how bad traffic is for Sara. And at 8, you guys should hop over. We'll make sure to tell you guys again halfway through. And at the end of the stream, of course, to go on to the Snow Ducks because they celebrated their 200th fan video or Fan Friday. Oh my goodness, I'm bad. I'm really warm. I have 3 lights on me, and I'm wearing this ridiculously hot red panda thing. So I will be checking out the window from time to time, so that's the reason why I'm looking over there. As soon as Sara comes in, I will go back to the pause music for 2-3 minutes, depending on how long that takes to get Sara to be ready here. But in the meantime, I just wanted to say hi, because I didn't want to wait any longer. So how are you guys doing in the chat? I see a lot of people already either hopping over or joining us earlier today, so that's really cool. Let's name some people. I mean, we already have our trusty Sly Guy, we have Kat, we have Teresa, we have Lisa, we have someone that has a lot of X's in their name, but color is love. Thank God I don't have an Xbox because, man, I hate those usernames usually. Not yours, because you're awesome. Nintendo Heart, Jenna, Jen said this, Martha, Zach, welcome, Ron, Sky, Kat, from Florida. I always say that, I'm sorry. And who else? Well, right now that's it. But my goodness, guys, there are already 24 people watching. That's really, really cool. Let's check to make sure. Don't look at my underpants. I actually decided to stay lazy because last time you guys were making fun of my shorts. So now I'm compensating with wearing my what we call Christmas pants or pajama pants. I love these a lot because otherwise we'd be just running in my underwear, in my underpants. Oh my goodness. Kat says, okay, Jurre, you can remove the red panda hood. We don't want you to pass out again. Actually, I'm not kidding. When I was watching Press Record stream in the background while setting all this up, I actually had our office window open and put one of our big fans. Let me show you guys. Not that you guys, you're different kind of fans. This is what I call my workshop fan. I have this downstairs, and if you look really close, you can see there's a red color to it because that's where the paint came from. I was painting something in the past. I think it has also blue from the typewriter on there that we read you guys back with. We actually had it in the window as like a makeshift air conditioning because our air conditioning unit outside in the back still doesn't work. I really have to talk to our landlord because we're getting new windows hopefully soon, so that should also help making it less warm. Well, I mean, it's technically also less cold, but we're already out of winter, and well, I mean, it would be nice to have some cool air. And I actually have to turn off the AC, so let me turn it back on. At least a fan, so I can at least have some sort of air flowing, because it gets really hot with these lights on. 50. Let's see, can you guys hear it go on? I don't think you can. At least I hope not. Otherwise, the mic is really, really sensitive. Let's check things out. Like the second that I'm sitting by myself, by the way, I realize how hard live streaming is if you're not gaming, like Twitch streamers do, or when you're just talking about like a bunch of people at the same time on a Skype call. Because man, talking to yourself is already weird enough as a vlogger. No, that is a different kind of car. Let's check the chat really quick. Zach says, I haven't watched our Red Panda vlog yet. Hopefully I can do it tonight. You should! Actually, we got this red panda hat from our lovely, lovely friend Jessica from Guns and the Snow Dogs. And, I mean, if you guys were watching Brittany and Mike, you could see that Brittany was wearing a bear hat. So, those are really, really cool. I'm actually jealous. I wanted to make the joke that Mike and I actually got cheated out of out of our hats because we got pretzel buns. But then again, I really love pretzel buns. I actually switched completely to pretzel buns since we've been to Jess's deli because, man, I did not know about the awesomeness that is pretzel buns. They're so good on burgers. Teresa says in the chat, I love wearing fuzzy pajama pants. I really love these. Like, this is the funny part about it, and we've said it in the vlog hundreds of times, I think. Like, we didn't have this back in Europe or in Dutchland, as far as I know. I think they're slowly becoming a thing. But, yeah, we never had these, and it was always so cool seeing people who flew to the US for drum corps that I used to do, and coming back with, like, these pants. I'm like, oh my god, I'm really jealous. And now I have a bunch of them in my closet, and I can wear them on a daily basis whenever I want. And that's the fun thing about America. No one will stop you from doing anything. But Sarah's actually been wearing the red panda hat just in public, and people actually love it. Or they just walk with a really big bow around her. I like the thought of this person is crazy, but as long as they're not stabbing me or yelling at me, I'll just let them do whatever the hell they want. Zach asks in the chat, does Sarah have a spirit hood? Actually, yes, it is. Oh, now you see my lovely haircut. Let's see if I can... I mean, you can see it here in the paw. There's the logo over there. I mentioned in the vlog when we opened it up, which unfortunately didn't have the clip for some reason that didn't save, with us actually opening the package. I just forgot. I just lost the thought, the train of thought. What happened? Something with opening the package. Help me in the chat, guys. I just lost it. Maybe I do have a heat stroke already. Oh my goodness. Let's just read the chat and just like not acknowledge what happened here. Let's see. I hope I'm saying it right. Meika says I should. Ooh, I hear a little kitty cat. Hey, buddy. Says I should wear my husky hat. We can be spirit hood buddies. Well, I mean, I can also wear a Cass hat, just like. He's like, oh, okay, I know. I'm being an ass, or are you just wanting to play with me? Hmm? Oh, you see your kitty bat. That's why. You're comfortable now? Yeah? Good. I can hear a purr from the distance. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that people stare in stores. But the fun part is that people also are like, oh my god, that's the cutest thing I've seen all day. I mean, Sarah had her Ewok hat, or at least I call it her Ewok hat, that she's had since the last 3 years, and people always stop her like, oh my god, that's so cute. And when it's winter, I also have one of those furry ones, but that's more like a regular one. They're like, oh, you guys match, is that on purpose? I'm like, I had mine first, just saying. Chat scroll. Mortelli. Oh my goodness, I cannot read. It says I've been wanting a husky spirit hood for over a year, but it's so expensive. Maybe one day. Yes, I totally agree. And Jessica is absolutely crazy for giving Sarah and Brittany, and I think it was also to one more couple. I forgot their names. I'm so bad. I'm a terrible friend. But I'm not sure if they also had a spirit hood. I might be mistaken because I actually didn't. I hadn't had the chance to see it yet. But yeah, she's absolutely crazy because those things are expensive. But if I can like shamelessly plug spirit hoods, it is really, really comfy. I've been playing Bloodborne since last week, and I've needed this a lot of times to stay in a happy place, because for those who don't know what Bloodborne is, it's one of the most incredibly difficultly hard punishing games you can imagine, and basically the game designers get off of people complaining on Twitter of the game being really hard. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Get Fit Gamer. I actually was looking at their channel earlier. My goodness. I really hope Sara is okay. Let's check. Oh, guys, 1 sec. I'll be back in a minute. Give me a sec. 3, 2, 1. We'll be back in like a minute or so, okay? Check. Stay. Okay, we're back.
I'm bringing presents.
Oh, you're bringing presents? That's good. Ta-da!
Why are you wearing mine? That's mine.
It's ours.
I brought you a present.
What did you bring?
That's for you.
I think I know what this is, and I'm very happy if it is the thing I think it is. 1 second. Trusty knife. I don't know where my safety goggles are. Oh well.
Downstairs?
No, yeah, oh, I know where they are. They're in the car, because I used them for
I actually
doing
saw
stuff.
those. Hi guys, I'm sorry. How long have you been online?
10 minutes?
Oh, wait.
My record was just done.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I might as well just start up and see.
Yeah, I figured you might want to do that.
I made the mistake of setting the live stream for 6 p.m. instead of 7, and then Mike asked while live streaming if we wanted to start it earlier. I was like, well, depending on how bad traffic is, I hope Sara is able to get back within 20 minutes to half an hour.
Well, here I am. Wait. Hi. And again, thank you to Gone to the Snowbox. The box. Yeah, right. Gone to the Snowbox.
I was actually just commenting on
Attack on Titan?
Yeah, about that. But I cannot wait for the movie. That is awesome.
Whoa!
Okay.
Sorry, kitty.
This needs to be safe somewhere.
Well?
It's safe nowhere, but let's be real.
That's true. Well, he can't lie anymore on the cat tree because the cat tree finally broke completely.
That is something I haven't talked about yet, but we shared it on the social media.
What have you guys talked about without me?
We literally just booted up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah!
Alright, let's open this on YouTube so I can see.
And I have not been able to read the chat either since the last 5 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. It's only a good problem to have, that the comments happen so fast that I cannot even read while doing other things.
Did you post the link on Facebook and stuff?
I have not had the chance. It is on Twitter, though.
Alright, then let me grab that real quick so I can open it. By the way, we are going to Europe. So we just posted a couple of dates which are not official yet, but pretty much the only issue we are having right now. I booked our flight with American Airlines to Europe and back on Monday, I think.
Yeah. At least that's what I told my mom.
Yeah, and the status is on request, which is a weird status.
Never something I've never seen.
I don't know. Anyway, so I keep bugging them.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
I keep bugging them every day, like, hey, and they're like, yeah, it should be solved in a couple of hours. So nowadays, I'm just writing them on Twitter, direct message, and like, guess what? And they're like, thanks for your patience.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least most of the trip is currently more or less planned.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I kind of need to know because I need to book the flights within Europe.
So adorable.
Shut up.
You know what I love the most about what the hell? Do you know what I love the most about the head besides the ears? Is like the white fluffy side part.
Yeah.
That is like that's the part that makes it a red panda.
Yes. Hi, meow. Apparently, red pandas make meow.
Yep.
According to him.
Yep. Well, they're technically cats, but just like bear cats.
Anyway, so I just proceeded because the Twitter was like, yeah, it's they're working on it. Your whatever reservation should be fine, but it's not official, so I'm still waiting. Anyway, I
they
booked.
Accepted money.
Yes, they've
then
accepted.
Then it's official to me.
No, it's not because we booked it with miles. Anyways, so I booked the flights within Europe. We will be in the UK for a couple of days. Let's say 3, and we will be in the Netherlands for about 2 days.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time.
Technically 1 day and a half.
No, it's 2 days.
A day and a half.
It's exactly 2 days.
Okay, it's 2 days.
Yeah, we arrive in the evening, stay the whole day of the next day, and leave at the next evening. So it's exactly 2 days.
Oh, okay.
And then we're in Germany for my brother's wedding. And then we're flying back. So this happens within like 10 days. But I would say 4 of them are traveling. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's always, at least it's fun traveling. And that's what I'm excited about.
For those who are interested in meeting up with us, we try to make a meet up in the UK, at least one, and one in the Netherlands and one in Germany. The Dutch one might happen just before we have to go to the airport.
Yeah, maybe. We have to check it out. We'll probably do it a little bit different than what we have done last time, where we ask you guys to show up. We might just, depending on who's in the area, we might just have you guys, hey, who is opens it, because it's like a weekday. So people are at school or people are working. So it might be good for us to just hang out with like 3 or 4 people if that is possible, if those people are available.
All right, I'm just going through the comments. I know we already got a lot of comments like, why is it never Northern England, blah, blah. The thing is, we are on a really tight schedule. If I had more time, I would travel all over Europe. I would go to Glasgow, I would go to Ireland, I would go to Finland, I would go
here's the
everywhere.
Thing. If we actually if we fly back next time, it is going to be for an actual tour trip where we try to see some stuff ourselves and try to meet up with people and friends.
Yes.
Because this is pure. It sounds silly, but it's purely business, really. We're going to a wedding. We're going to a wedding, and we're trying to fit as much of possible in there.
Seeing his family in between, so and seeing my family for the wedding, obviously.
Yes.
Anyway, so for the UK people, we are in London. We arrive in London, so a meetup could be in London on the 5th or 6th. A meetup could be in Bath on the 6th. A meetup could be in.
Things that happen off screen. Finn.
Why
are you trying to make as much noise as possible with the plastic bag that was there the entire day, by the way? They didn't touch. And now all of a sudden, that's the best thing ever.
Maybe we should put the kitty bed here so they can lie between us.
Sure. Yeah. I had it all over.
All right. So that is happening.
I need some more liquid. So.
All right. You do that.
Shimmy shuffle. Shimmy shuffle.
No.
Shimmy shuffle.
No.
Here, sit your butt down.
Yes, I'm getting the kitties back.
Hey.
So, okay, let me see. Bristol could happen on the 8th. Then we have Rotterdam, Amsterdam. What are you doing? You're so weird. Anyways, so for the Dutch people, we can do a meetup either in Rotterdam or Amsterdam, or maybe if you want to come down to Dordrecht, where Jurre lives. But I assume we might have a meetup on the 10th in Amsterdam. That's my guess. I guess we will stay in Dordrecht on the 9th with his family. Maybe go to the place where we got married. Who knows? That's still in the planning. And then, for the German people watching, hi. Vielleicht in Karlsruhe, wenn ihr Zeit habt. Ansonsten weiß ich jetzt auch nicht. That was a very weird German mix. Was somewhat high German and not. Let's look in the comments. Any questions, guys? Was that too quick? So the German meetup would be probably on the, 14th, maybe, a Sunday, or beforehand between Amsterdam and the wedding.
Okay.
I'm not drinking beer.
But I am.
And me?
Well, we can switch out so you can grab something if you want.
No, just sit down. Put your ass down on your ass.
It is spring, summer, so I'm switching to something light, which is my favorite, Corona.
Here's a question from Maka.
Yeah, that's what I did too, but I'm not sure. I wasn't able to read it.
You're in California, and you're asking if I've been to Italy. We both actually have been to Italy, not together, but I've been to Italy a couple of times. I love Italy, especially like the Tuscany. I have to think to pronounce it in English, not German or Italian. I do love the area. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you guys ever can go to Italy or Europe, whatever, Italy needs to be on it. And not necessarily like all the touristy stuff, but Tuscany is amazing. And please don't go in like high summer, like August or July. You're dying. It's that warm. Yeah. Although there are a lot of like medieval festivals around that time, so it would be really nice to see.
Anyways, here's the funny part. I went when it was high summer.
Of course, me too.
By the way, it's really awesome to see that we have 31 people.
Yeah.
It's only been the first 20 minutes, so that makes me really, really happy.
So
that is like, I think that's our current Nerdish Live record, I think.
Maybe. Ivan just said I'm not allowed to speak German. Aber warum? Ich kann ganz toll Deutsch reden, auch wenn das jetzt total dumm klingt.
Oh, right. How's Alan?
Don't
you tell my wife what to do or not to do? I can do that.
We were actually talking about like learning languages earlier, and I was like, actually, it's really hard to learn German, so therefore I should be really happy that I actually can speak that language already. But I just don't. Every time I watch a German video or see people talking German, I'm like, oh my god, you were talking weird. Yeah. Nowadays, it's just like, I don't know.
So I see a couple of things in the chat that I want to bring up before it's going to die out. I think Zach asked if we tried out one of those live stream softwares like Periscope that is added by Twitter or Meerkat. I have not, and the main reason is because I don't really like streaming from a small device when I have this beautiful machine that can do it for us. But I think we should, because of the fact that it might actually be something fun. But I don't really think that short streams would work for us because we don't have the viewership that maybe people do have that have like hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter and so on. But it's maybe a fun idea in the future, something like that. Someone else asked about Jenny's, where we were, was it yesterday?
Simon asked.
Yes, about what happened to Jenny's.
Jenny's, for those who don't know it, is Jenny's actually opened her first ice cream shop in Columbus, 2000 something, whatever, 5. Let's say 2005. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Jenny's is, by the way, a delicious, really heavy ice cream.
Yes.
It's, if you know ice cream,
she also
compress it like by tenfold, and that's like the amount of ice cream.
It's a very rich ice cream, and they have very...
It's delicious, but you pay delicious money for it.
Yeah, but that's kind of normal in America. I mean, in Germany, they are like, oh my god, it costs €1 now for whatever, 1 scoop, and here you pay like $7 for 2 scoops. Yeah. Anyways, so she's local. They have nowadays like 25 shops in Columbus and area. They have 3 shops in Atlanta and Cleveland and whatever, and they deliver nationwide in the US. So you can actually buy it in grocery stores, but I would say more maybe like Whole Foods. I'm not sure. Could be.
Might be.
I
haven't. Well,
I would just say it's a bit more because it's actually produced here in Columbus. Yeah. Because a lot of people on Twitter actually were like, there we see it. They kind of outsourced their stuff and Bluebell made it or whatever. That's not true. They actually produce in Columbus.
Yeah, so here's the thing: they actually preemptively closed the shops that had the ice cream because of the major problem with Bluebell.
Yes.
Having a bacteria that basically caused several deaths in the last years, I think, from 2010.
Well, every year people die from it or are infected, and it's just for high-risk people. Yeah. When they have it, they actually can die. But
and we did actually look up yesterday some information about the ice cream part of it. That's the more important part, is that the bacteria can actually survive within ice cream being
frozen.
Cold and frozen. So
it's also in cheese and
dairy products,
and like daily meats and stuff. So it can actually be anywhere. And if someone from the health department actually said if you test for it, you will always find something. And nobody actually has gotten sick from Jenny's ice cream. It was from Bluebell, but Jenny's was like, okay, we're closing everything down.
Preemptively to make sure we test everything that, because they make everything in batches, they can easily tell when something isn't correct or is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. They actually posted, I think, a note on their Facebook page,
everywhere.
Saying that
they're working Twitter and Facebook and so on and so on. So
also they're trying to make sure that they're not getting negative press because of it.
Yes.
Because it would suck really bad if something happens.
Obviously, you have a couple of people now. Oh my God, my wife got really sick last week, and we think it's from Jenny's ice cream.
Well, I can tell you, I'm still sitting here, and we had it 2 days before they.
We had it twice, I think, last week.
Yes.
And we're still here.
Well, I mean, I killed the bacteria with alcohol, I guess.
I guess you did.
I actually drank a lot more alcohol because last night.
No more alcohol.
So another thing about what I saw in the comments chats was about time lapse, which is something that I've been starting to do a little bit more, but. We do 2 different kinds of time lapses.
Yes.
In the vlog, you can see us talking about it. You can do video time lapse,
which I normally do because
which works pretty good. I'm not complaining for regular videos and vlog parts. It should technically have no problems.
I've always done time-lapse. I've done the picture one in the past. That's on Delirium Reel, but I've mainly done video because for editing, if you just want to put it in the video, just have a quick time-lapse of traffic or whatever, or the sky moving. It's way easier to actually just set up a camera, let it run, and then just speed it up.
And I'm also pretty sure that most professionals will still do it that way because they don't need a certain kind of thing. But here's the thing, I want to play around with some fun little tricks here, and the only problem is that photos make separate files, and I'm shooting in the format RAW, which basically captures more data than a JPEG would. And it's called a workflow. The workflow to get that to work properly and easily, I haven't figured out yet because the software that I'm using doesn't really want to cooperate with me. I'm using Adobe, and we're still using CS6. Well, I would love to upgrade to CC, but it's expensive to get that going.
It's also because the files are way bigger when you take pictures and you load it just like it is in your editing software. You will have
a lot more work,
ton of editing time, like render time and so on. Not only editing time,
so I have
but the cool thing is you can actually zoom in and just do something without actually losing
there's more information in the image, but it's more work.
I have a feeling.
And battery wise, I'm using the 7D with a battery pack, so double batteries. And so far, I mean, it's currently half empty, and I've used it for 2 hours, I think, in total.
If you're using the vlogging camera, it really depends on it. Sometimes if you're normally vlogging, your battery is dead end of the day anyway. So if you do time-lapsing, you kind of need to make sure that you're going to actually charge your camera afterwards. What's really good, if you have an old flip camera lying around, I had a HD actually, and I didn't use it for vlogging anymore. No, I had the full HD one. It's the small, the Ultra. No,
that's the Ultra.
The HD, yeah.
The HD was the 720, and the Ultra HD was the 180.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the,
no, I had the full HD one.
Yeah, then you had the Ultra HD.
Yeah. Anyways.
The dumbest, coolest names that they can come up with.
I didn't use it for the vlogs anymore because I upgraded to the vlogging camera because they have a better angle. The flip is just like as if you're holding it here, like basically directly in front of your face. But they worked awesome. Yeah. For time-lapsing because they were recording 60 minutes in one go, and you didn't even have to charge it, and then you just plug it with USB to your computer, and it was awesome. I've done that a couple of times, and I just used that next to the normal vlogging, and I've done actually a lot of time-lapsing in the past on the other channel. So we actually got into an argument earlier because I started just experimenting, trying to do some stuff, and she's like, "You're not, Casey, don't do that." So
well, here's the thing: we do a certain style of vlogging, and it's really hard.
I just want to mix it up.
I know, but we have been mixing it up slowly, and the thing is, if we want to do a certain style, we have to commit to it and completely change how we do things, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that easily. But we can do like special videos here and there. I really like his vlogging style as his video style is. Yeah. And I've been watching him since early days of YouTube.
So, as Zach just said, it's more like, whatever, it's not a real question, but why do Nerdish live streams always turn international? Because people just started talking
I love it.
French so in the comments. Je ne sais pas, et puis ça m'est égal. I don't care, seriously. It's okay, I actually love it.
I'm a little bit disappointed about my Dutchies.
Europe is pretty much asleep besides Portugal and UK, I see right now. Yeah. Who else? Where are you guys from? I know we ask that question all the time, but since we have 28 people here, and I would like to see who's actually watching, please leave a comment.
Sky says that she has to cook, but you can just put us next to your stove. Otherwise, bye, Sky. But yeah, it's been it's one of those things. We're in the initiatives of trying to do more outside since the last 2 months. Time lapsing has been just a little project that I'm trying to do to get more familiar, more comfortable with different things that I'm trying to do. And I mean, it's funny to see that Press Record happens to be doing the same stuff from time to time. Like Mike has been doing. I'm not sure if we did time lapsing, but. Not the same thing. That's the same style, at least, as were doing.
It's
they've been going more outside with Nora. I mean, they have the penny board, of course, so that's their leg up that they have when it comes to going outside and actually staying outside in a certain area to do some fun.
So we have a quick question from Lisa. Sarah, did you try the recipes? Sorry, I just came home from work and it was a really long work week and I'm not really sure which recipes you are referring to. Could you clarify that in the comments? Thank you. And Maka actually asks, do you guys play video games and what is your favorite game? Okay, I can get a drink while he's talking. He's the only one that plays computer games or video games.
Computer games. Mom?
Video games.
How old? No.
Fuck you.
I just wanted to say, like, no, I'm not going to say
what? I said computer and video games. You have played on the computer. That's technically a computer game. I almost
want to make the joke. What is this? It's a Nintendo. What is it? Also Nintendo?
I'll take your PS4 away.
You take my Nintendo away?
No, I give you a... Does anyone want the PS4? Leave it in the comments. Nope. I'm giving it out. And all his games.
Nope.
Because apparently I'm his mom now, which I sometimes think I am.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm hiding the fact that I'm playing video games because I love playing video games. I think that's what mostly ruined me as a kid. I mean, my favorite games, man, I would say my favorite series more. I love the Grand Theft Auto series. I've played every single one of them till almost perfection. I mean, here's the sad part. I have the GTA 5 for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Then again, I mean, my PlayStation 4 came with it, so I absolutely love the Metal Gear Solid series. I cannot wait till September till it releases. I'm currently playing Bloodborne, and I really hope that there's someone else in the chat that can vouch for me when it comes to that. It's incredibly hard, and I actually had my first rage quit earlier today. And Jessica says, "Why don't you have a gaming channel?" Hopefully I can do so. Actually, we have tried some gaming stuff, but the problem is I don't like to game by myself. And we're thinking about doing some new things in the future, maybe. We were actually talking because we might have a capture card coming in soon for consoles where we can play around with because it's an Elgato. And those are pretty cool for both newer consoles and older consoles. So I'm very curious to test that out to see... excuse me. To see how that turns out. Sly Guy says, Jurre should play Red Dead Redemption. Actually, I have the Undead Nightmare version. I played the entire game 6-7 times. That's when I didn't have much games. Let's see. Katja said something about that she loves video games, and I've always been a gamer. My girlfriends think I'm a freak. Well, join the club. I vlog my life, and I'm currently live streaming for about 30 people. So yeah, who's the freak now? Oh yeah, I'm wearing this in public. Well, technically, Sara is. I'm with her. But yeah, like any major AAA games, I will at least have played once. I love the current trend of indie games a lot.
Look, I have the same color.
Yeah. The only thing is yours looks more like urine.
Well, only if you drink a lot of water.
True. Devin asks in the comments, what's a capture card? Well, a capture card can mean two things. You have a capture card that is in your computer, which is basically a video card that allows you to capture footage from an external device, like cameras, from game consoles, whatever you put into it. And then you have the external capture cards, which is like a little box that is basically containing a video card that is plugged in either to a computer and then plug in with the input of one of those devices, so you can basically capture footage of you gaming. And in this case, the capture card from Elgato that should be coming hopefully soon. We actually won that with the full screen award, full screen madness thing, which is really cool. I'm just seeing if we can have some fun with that. I've played Skyrim, hours of them. BioShock, one of my favorite series too. I really loved BioShock Infinite. I'm not a fan of COD myself, but that's because I like story-based things, and I can easily play several hours.
Well, if I had time, I would probably start with Assassin's Creed and work my way through BioShock and all that stuff. And Last of Us.
Oh, Last of Us was really good. Yeah. Mm. I waited.
I've seen so many gameplays because he was watching it or playing it. So
yeah. Well, I have the problem that I try to avoid games that I really want to play, so I don't spoil it. But games that I know that I'm never going to pick up myself because for reasons, or I already know enough about it that it's not worth. It's not the problem with me spoiling it. Like for instance, Bloodborne. It's the own experience that you get with it.
Oh,
or Skyrim.
Before I forget, we can continue talking about games real quick, because Lisa replied with German goulash. Obviously, I've had German goulash before in Germany because my mom made it. I think a tiny bit different than the recipe you had, but it looked okay, I think.
Yeah.
As far as I remember of the German goulash recipe. So, but what I wanted to say, for example, they have German chocolate cake here. And it's nothing like we would make chocolate cake. Yeah. Not that chocolate cake is a specialty in Germany. No. We'd rather do like brownies and muffins or something. But chocolate cake is not supposed to have coconut on it. At least you can do it, obviously, but that's not a German chocolate cake. Yeah. And I have no idea where it's coming from, and I haven't done my research well. I was looking it up once, but I couldn't find anything. And the white spot I think you're referring to is our map. Otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's see. Let's create the globe again. Oh, I think it's because it's stuck underneath. Well,
probably. I don't know.
Put it towards the wall. That's fine.
That's fine. Just leave it.
Yeah, I don't need to see spot. Yeah, you guys are talking about Skyrim. Oh,
and I would totally love to play Skyrim, but I don't have enough hours in the day.
No, don't start Skyrim because I've played maybe 200 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have enough time.
And Simon says that he finished it. Well, he got all the achievements. That's not the same thing, though, because it is true what Katja says. It's timeless, and you can keep playing and playing and playing and playing. I don't even know how much crap is in that game, because you can walk endlessly. It's pretty much the same like Dragon Age Inquisition is for me now. I'm 96 hours in. I think I'm almost done with the main story missions. Or the storyline, but I'm pretty sure I can, as soon as I pick it up again, I can play at least another 100 hours worth of side quests that I haven't done yet, and I've done a lot of them.
What is your favorite race in Skyrim?
My favorite race? I think the Nords. Because that's what I played. I played Nord. Just a human.
Talking about race and whatever. Did you... I don't know how long you guys have actually watched us, but there was one time in the vlog when we actually created his Dragon Age character, and it's the thumbnail.
That's the mustache one. It looks like
him. It looks like him. You should go back, when it was set in December. No, January. You got the PS4 in December.
Yes, I got that in the same 2 weeks. So
Dragon Age should be December. In January or December.
Yeah, December.
Like that.
I think
we could look it up. Do you still play Minecraft? I totally would, but the whole server situation, we need to figure that one out.
I mean, I still have one of you guys who is actually in the comment. Alan actually has a copy of the server that he had running. I'm not sure if he still has it running and is still playing with people. We have not been able to log in ourselves because it's just like trying to do everything else is already hard enough. But yeah, it's one of those things like we really would like to pick up Minecraft just for funsies. If it's like a thing we do for a stream or a thing we do for an actual video, it makes it easy because we have a purpose for doing those things.
No, I still like. I mean, we did build like the stadium together.
Oh Jesus, we built so much stuff.
We started off with a small. You build a house for us. Then I start because I hadn't played Minecraft before. I built a beach house, and then I moved to the mountain, and then we built a bar somewhere. Yeah. And behind the bar, which is part of the stadium now, we built this baseball stadium, almost like 1-to-1. Not really, but it's pretty
1-to-1 like because one block in Minecraft is I think it's a meter. I think it was a meter by a meter. I'm not sure, but I think that
we interpret it as a meter.
I think that added it up like that. But yeah, it's gigantic. Derek asked in the chat, "What do you think about Project Morph?"
Sorry. See ya. Thanks for stopping by.
Derek, can I go? Is it safe?
What? I think so.
Derek asks in the comments, chats, what do you think about Project Morpheus coming for PS4 next year? I haven't had the chance to try the Oculus yet. I don't know how I will react to VR in general because I don't know how that feels, and I've been wearing glasses since the last 6 years. Not because I have to see, but it's more for me to focus and not get eye strain too much and get gigantic headaches. But I do like Morpheus when it comes to looks, and I've seen some new Oculus things that look really, really interesting because they've upgraded to I think it's now the Dev 2 kit, but they already made it better looking now recently. But yeah, no, I'm if I get the chance to play around with it, I would definitely want to.
Yeah.
I would probably not buy it myself yet, but that's mainly because I like the old school controller TV. I might be weird with that, but I really like just looking at the screen with a controller in your hand. I really dislike anything with motion controls. I even go as far as I hated the crap out of the motion controls with the 6-axis control you could do with Grand Theft Auto 4. There were like certain things you could basically like reload your weapon, reload this. I hate games that incorporate that mandatorily that you have to like wiggle your controller. I think the Wii has like you have to blow in the controller in order to make it work, and like I hate that so much.
I'm pretty sure that at this state a lot of people just can't handle a virtual reality of sorts.
Well, I mean, a lot of people get seasick. They just legitimately.
That's what Katja just said. She said a lot of people complain about nausea. So I can totally see that.
Well, it's definitely something you shouldn't do for long, I guess, like for longer periods of time, unless we get used to it as a society.
It's just fun that you had that concept in the 80s in the movies already, and now it's actually happening, so that's cool.
What I do like, I'm not sure if you've seen the tech demo of the Microsoft version, which is not technically VR, but it's projecting VR onto reality. It seems like something very far-fetched when it comes to the actual workings of it, but that looks very interesting to me because that means that you're own head has control over what you're seeing with your eyes, and everything that's additional is not as bad for you to get motion sickness because VR blocks your complete view.
So,
and that's the main difference, I guess.
Something different. It's kind of related. I used to work as a usability designer or engineer, or whatever you want to call it. UID, user interface designer. But both works. User experience stuff. Anyways,
is Jessica still watching, by the way?
I don't know.
I made a new edition. It's called the Beer Paw.
Yeah.
Spirit Notes, get on it.
I think I need my spirit hood back. Anyways, so for funsies, I was looking through Facebook.
Multiple pockets.
Can I talk?
Yes, I'm just saying.
Because a couple of my friends are still working there, and I saw that whatever, they are opening a new, or already did in Berlin, and they have one in Hamburg, and the main office in Saarbrücken, and it's kind of weird to see how they evolved and what they are doing, because that's totally up their alley. They are probably experimenting with that stuff too, because it's just everything that's like interface related and human interaction, basically. It's I'm not sure if I almost felt a bit like I want to work there again, but on the other hand I don't. So it's weird. For a slight moment, I was a bit sentimental. And talking about that, Lisa was just asking what we're missing from home. What do you miss?
I was actually listing a list to my mom that you should get on the day before you arrive. That is a very specific kind of licorice. They're basically coin-shaped, and they're sweet, salty, and sweet. It's really weird. They have salt in them, but they're tasty. They're not salty, but they're sweet salty. Yes. I'm not sure what they're... This is the problem, because you guys don't have it in the US here. It's paprika chips.
Yes.
So chips with paprika flavor, but you call it differently. What's the other word for paprika here?
Pepper.
Yeah.
Bell pepper.
Basically bell pepper flavored. But it's like the red bell pepper. That's like the normal things. I really miss that, and I have not been able to find it anywhere.
Every time we were in a new supermarket, he's looking and you can't find it.
The other thing, I'm not sure if... I don't know the English word for it. I think it's bolognese.
Bolognese?
Yeah.
As a chips flavor.
Yes. That's another one that I love.
That's not standard.
Which is also something like... I could expect you guys to... It's the closest thing that comes to it might be like the... sour onion thing. That's like the closest I would come to it being something like that. Teresa says in the chat, "What are your cats' names?" Well,
I'm just calling them. So
yeah, we say them all the time during the vlogs, but it's Cass and Finn. Cass from Castiel. If you
watch Supernatural,
yeah, we are really big fans of the show, and at the time we were looking after two kitties that we called Sam and Dean.
Yeah.
And the best thing was that he's a little angel, but if you watch the show, Castiel is not that much of an angel.
No.
He's a little troublemaker. So that is Cass.
All right, we have Cass here. This is
little
Cass.
kitty bed that we made.
And the thing is, wait, hold that.
Okay,
hold that here. This is Finn. And we did see Finn actually before Cass, but we didn't adopt Finn at that time because we were cat sitting.
It's like, nope. There's too much fun stuff happening.
So he was staying at the vet and was ready for adoption and was staying there for a couple of months, but he was the boss there, so he was running around like a...
He's a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker.
He still is. And Finn has a couple of different meanings. Finn is one, I really like Adventure Time, so it's Finn from Adventure Time because he has white and so on going on. Fin as in the movie term that they put in French movies. Yeah, so that means the end.
The end, which works for us. And also from Hunger Games, Finn. Not necessarily... The thing is, we talked about so many names, and when we had Finn, we were like, okay...
And I kind of like one syllable. Is it a syllable? One Finn. Syllable names, because it's easy to say. Since they're cats, they really don't give a damn about how we call them most of the times. I mean, I think that they're starting to get used to being called a certain way, but 99% of the time I call them something puss, like Flauschpuss, which is German for fluffy puss. Just random things that make no sense whatsoever to you guys, but they're just made up words that are part German, part Dutch, part English, part probably Chinese, part Scottish.
Oh, if you want to see more of the kitties, they actually have their own channel called Fluffy by Nature.
Yeah.
Actually, you find it here. Yeah. Well, just go to fluffybynature.com.
Yes. Otherwise, you just... Because that's the major difference with branding problem is that the channel itself is youtube.com/naughtynero.
From my previous cat, which lives with my mom.
Her German cat. For the old school viewers know exactly what we mean. But yeah, we started to upload footage from them, and old footage from back in the day that we shot but didn't use in the vlogs or we didn't upload them as videos.
Yes.
So that's a lot of fun.
For the question, what I miss from home, I don't necessarily.
Both of them are worst.
Yeah, he likes some sort of.
It's a very specific kind of condiment that you put on bread. It's basically like circles of sliced meat, but it's impossible to find the same thing because it's a very specific Dutch thing, I think.
Yeah. We have similar, but he only likes a certain brand from the Netherlands. So
we'll try to show you guys.
It's very common in Germany to actually have like those long sausages that are sliced and put that on bread.
It's more or less similar, but it's pre-cut.
If I still would eat meat regularly, I would probably miss it because we have so many different types, plus so many different types of sausage, plus so many different types of things. It's ridiculous. Especially we have those rolls like in different shapes and forms, like pretzel buns he loves with cheese on it.
Well, like I said,
that's ridiculously good.
That's more or less how it started out, that it changed my life.
Oh yeah.
Pretzel buns. I mean, I like regular buns, and we always get whole wheat buns because that has a little bit more flavor, and I don't.
But the thing is, in America, you only get like those squishy. Yeah. We call it toast bread. Everything is just like soft and squishy.
It's toasty bread, toast bread.
Toast bread. We call it Toastbrot. Yeah, in Germany, the real bread is like a bit more thick, not hard, but not squishy.
Here's the thing: we can only show you and explain how we experience it because none of these things make sense.
If you ever have the chance, because you're visiting Europe and Germany, go to a bakery. We have separate bakeries. We have separate butcher. That's always. The issue is, I would say correctly, but then they have those examples not at work, at school, where they are like, don't say butcher, it's butcher, and then your brain is confused, and it stays like that. So Jen
asks in the chat, don't you guys have stores that import stuff? I've seen Dutch, German, British stores. Here's the thing. I can get stroopwafels for days here. That's not a problem. And then, honestly, I couldn't care less about them because, well, it's just a cookie type thing with that's not that special to me anymore. Or it has never really been. It's always funny to give them to mainly Americans because they react the best to it because they love it. But yeah, all the things that I like, they don't really have that here because they're very specific. Same like deep frying snacks. Like you have chicken nuggets here, for instance, and that's where it stops. And we have a variety of like not weird, well, maybe for people who are not used to it, like weird things that I absolutely love. But those are just hard to get or really expensive to import.
They love or still have it. I think it's just how we grew up and stuck with it.
Yeah, that's it.
Because Germany used to fry a lot of stuff too in the 70s and 60s, but they moved on from that. German food in general, traditional German food like sauerbraten or whatever, is still heavy, and what you get here in the Hofbrauhaus is seriously just Bavarian or mainly Bavarian. And then they have stuff like sauerkraut balls. That's not even German. That's like, we use just a bit of sauerkraut and put it in a deep fryer and make it German.
Here's the thing. I absolutely hate the smell and look of sauerkraut.
The weird part is we don't actually eat
But that sounds actually interesting to me because the deep fryer is a part of that.
That's why I would eat it. Everything that's deep fried. I think you would love deep fried pizza. I thought about that earlier. You could actually deep fry pizza. Just put the ingredients in the bowl and put it in. I wouldn't do it. The thing is, I try to stay away. Pizza. I try to stay away from deep fried food.
Yeah.
It's really hard if someone wants that and eats burgers and stuff, so it's really hard to stay away. So for me, I've talked about this in the vlog, it's really hard to lose weight right now. I actually gained weight despite the fact that we did P90 and stuff. And
we don't eat crazy, so even then.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I eat a salad at work, which we make from scratch. I sometimes have a smoothie, and that's about it. And when I come home, I might have a burger with him. Not every day, obviously, so it should be fine and working out at the same time. So I probably just have to scratch everything, which I don't want to do, but I don't want to look like this anymore. Because this is annoying to me. Because when we basically got together, I was at that point where I was like, yep, this is what I like, and I would have never expected to be like that, but I managed to to lose that amount of weight and feel healthy and happy, and was jumping around and having fun.
You
and
still
nowadays,
jump around and have fun.
Yes, but not in the same way, because you're always like a bit as heavy as get, as more clumsy I get. Let's say it like this.
No, you're just clumsy 24/7.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I found my love for American style pancakes.
I still don't like them.
Mainly because of press record, yeah.
I still don't like them. I actually found my love for banana egg pancakes. They're awesome.
That still doesn't sound interesting.
Yes, it does. It's still awesome. The thing is,
Talking about pancakes, maybe I should make some later.
You could.
Pancakes.
There's actually not much food for me in the house.
Well, I mean, you can just chew on some grass or cardboard.
That's not what I eat. Anyways. I appreciate the fact nowadays that we actually grew up in Europe and not in America. I talked about that either in the live stream or during the vlog, because it gives you a different perspective on things, and being here gives you a different perspective on things again. So the combination of this opens up a different perception of the world, and it's kind of interesting and kind of scary sometimes, because either we are turning more American.
Well, we are definitely turning more American with the day.
But sometimes I think that the view from here on things is more interesting or appealing, or I couldn't say better, righter. It's just like we grew up on a certain thing, and we always say America, whatever. But sometimes I think it's a bit better here, but other times I'm like, sorry guys, what recycling? Why don't you do it like we do it in Europe? It works.
Yeah.
You could save so much. You could actually earn money. You could stop wasting stuff.
I'm not sure if I was. We were talking this weekend with the guys from Miss Print Show about a lot of things just not being able to get fixed. Like, I yelled about the potholes earlier this month, because that's the reason why most of our problems in the car happened, with flat tires and just things being messed up with it. It is a problem of the US being still in a young age as a country, but being old enough to have screwed up so many things that are impossible to fix. Yeah. And they will not be fixed anytime soon, because the problem is that everything is more or less stopped to a halt when it comes to progress. And the same problems we have in Europe, but the only difference is that we're many years ahead. And people always bitch him on about, like, America is always at war, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how much war we had in Europe for thousands of years?
Yeah.
There's always an excuse for people to fight, no matter what it is. If it's religion, or if it's because someone had a shiny armor that the other guy wanted, or it was a castle that someone wanted. So it's just the problem that everything that the US is doing now is basically what happened to the European continent back 3,000 years ago, when they were starting to develop. And the major problem is, well, I mean, technology doesn't really help all that much. But yeah, that's a long topic I could talk about for days.
Because you guys are just reacting to what I said about the food, so a lot of you actually just ate pancakes during the live stream from Press Record, which is cool, I guess. We
need to figure out a food for us.
I mean, we could call you something. What do you like eating? We call you that. Or we actually call you something different every week, and you have to prepare it for Friday live stream. No,
I want a 5-star gourmet meal.
You don't, because you wouldn't eat it.
No, that they make that. That's the thing.
Right.
I want to challenge them.
I would suggest, if you ever go to Europe, because I read Ivan's comment, Germany plus Europe seems so awesome. I really need to get out of the continent. Dude, seriously, travel. if you have the means, or just make it happen. Put your mind on it, make it happen.
Here's the thing. As long as you're young, try to experience as much as possible, because you're allowed to make fuck-ups. You're allowed to make mistakes, as long as they're not completely ruining your life, of course. There's a difference between mistakes and just complete disaster. But I mean, I was young when I traveled a lot with the music that I made with drum corps. So for me, that was my way of experiencing the world.
At least in the Netherlands and Germany, you join clubs when you're really young, like either soccer, football, or whatever, drum corps, athletics, tennis, whatever. And then you start traveling, because there are always like exchange programs, or mainly exchange programs. So you would go to Italy and perform there, and then they come up and perform here. not here, obviously, in your country. And I actually went, I'm not sure if I ever told the story, but I was playing tennis. Was it from tennis, actually? I'm not sure. Anyways, so there was an exchange with our neighbor city close to Paris, and we swapped positions. So we actually went there, and I was in a guest family, and my French was like that. So I could say oui, and that's about it. I did not understand anything, and I was there, and they're watching, actually... What are you doing?
No, I'm laughing at Finn, first of all, but Jessica says, you don't want to make too many mistakes while you're young.
Yeah.
Don't get a credit card. Here's the thing. I grew up not even knowing what a credit card was until 3 years ago.
In Europe, you don't use credit cards.
I mean, I know the concept of credit card. You pay with credit.
We actually only got credit cards when we were going to America because it was like, you can't use your debit cards here, you can use a credit card. And that's the only time we actually use credit cards. Plus, in Germany, you have to pay off your credit card by the 15th of each month. Otherwise, they block your whole debit account because that's where they take the money from. If you have no money on your debit account, you can't use your credit. That's as easy it is. It worked for me. And that's something I miss. Money. Because I was never broke in Europe. I actually could save money and do everything I wanted. I don't know why it's happening here. It just is. And we're not really spending a lot of money.
No.
Anyways, to finish the story. So we were... I was in that family and the kids were like, yeah, let's watch a movie. I did understand we were watching a movie. And they were like, yeah, Stephen King. And I'm like, I probably was like 11... 10, 11. So I'm like...
Stephen King, that's a challenge.
Okay, so they were watching it in French. So now, every time I go to a bathroom, I expect the clown coming out of the bathtub. It's not happening like that in the movie, I guess. But just because there was like the bathroom and blood and the clown, 10 years old, just created that image in my head every time I go to a bathroom. I don't know. Not every time, but sometimes that just comes up. And that's really fucked up. I mean, you probably have similar memories from childhood where you just combined weird things which actually weren't there.
We watched Event Horizon on the vlog.
Oh yeah.
Last year, I think.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I think.
No, you didn't. We were watching live together. We were watching together.
Oh yeah.
As a kid, I happened to stumble upon Event Horizon, which, if you haven't seen it, it's a really good, bad movie. But it messed me up for several days, and I wasn't that young. I was like 14, 15 maybe. But yeah, I think I experienced it differently because, if I'm honest, kids now will never have the same experience as you and I had, or people before us, because we now have so much access to everything. Something really random, like something like porn, for instance. It's funny to hear people talking who are like my age or older, like that they looked at like a scrambled channel on thing that they didn't have, like what was it, like Spice or Playboy, whatever the fuck they call it, or like some magazine, or you heard like a word from like that one kid in school that had access to those things, and we all laughed about it, but we did not know what it was. For the longest time, I did not know what pubes were. I just laughed because it's like, might as well just be part of the group. But yeah, it's like the access to the things that we have now. I'm pretty, like, that's the thing. I've been desensitized to so much stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I would be playing the same kind of games and would be watching the same kind of stuff as a kid as I would be doing now, I would probably be more desensitized already by the time I was my age now. Is that correct? Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, you guys are saying in the comments, credit cards are bad. Well, I mean, they're not bad, but they're definitely something you should be very careful with when it comes to using them.
Sorry. Yeah, people just started suggesting food, and who said it with a breakfast club? We actually should pick a breakfast item. And I kind of like the idea of schnitzel, because schnitzel is one delicious and it's a fun word.
Beer.
But if we start off with like, hey, schnitzels, that's a bit weird. I still can't get used to it. It's also like audience or whatever. Everybody does it or has their little gimmicks, and I feel like every time we do it, it just feels awkward. So I don't know.
I think I'm just sticking with guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys. But
on the internet,
but a lot of people who don't have an idea what else to say just say, hey guys.
Yep.
So let me just go through this real quick. Germans take care of their forests as well, better than America.
There is just a lot more forest here. That's the difference.
What? Did I understand that incorrectly? No, we take better care of them.
Well, I mean, also, yeah, it's part law, but there's a big difference with size. I mean, for one German forest, that's about 10% of every normal forest here. So it's not that not even 10%, maybe even less. But yeah, it's definitely something crazy here, and I'm very excited for Hocking Hills. Is it next month? I think it's next month, like the 15th or something.
Directly in the mid of the month, which is awesome.
So I'm very excited about that because I've never experienced.
We could call you just German names like Pretzel.
American style camping.
Pretzel buns.
And by that I mean, I used to camp all the time as a kid when we went on vacation when we did go on vacation, and it sounds like a lot of fun, which it was, but I've never experienced the great outdoors, as they say it.
I like peaches, but we don't really have a connection to peaches or oranges or whatever. So I do like schnitzel actually, or pretzel bun, but pretzel buns are, it's just, at least for me, we like the one letter, like buns. Hey buns! Could we do buns? Then we can also extend it into bunnies.
I don't know. Well, see, this is the problem that I had. I was talking with Josh about it because he calls his audience waffles, and he was talking like, yeah, you have to call your audience something. Like, no, I don't. First off, it's a free country. It's America. I can say whatever the hell I want to my audience.
A podience works perfectly.
Yeah, for them. Yeah, for Jessica, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially podience. By the way, Jess, let us know when you're ready and set up for you guys' live stream because it's 7:34 here now for us, and we're 1 hour and 10 minutes in. It would be awesome for you if you let us know, so the viewers can transition easily from ours to you guys around 8. Ewoks, yeah, pandas. I like that idea too.
Well,
but yeah, let us know when you guys are ready.
It's reserved for Michelle, so.
True, that's true.
How about pretzels? I've the problem you guys misspell it. Pretzel is actually spelled with a B.
Yeah, that's what I learned the hard way.
No,
that's
we could just we should just go to the German and Dutch food group every time. Like, hey, stroopwafels. I actually like that. I could do that because I'm used to those words.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm really not someone who wants to stick with one thing. I think I just get bored of those things.
I like schnitzel. I don't feel bad when I did YouTube. I used to call my viewers, but I think you put an L too much in there.
Yeah.
Orange slices, so don't feel weird. Kitties. Hey, kitties, kitties, kitties. Hi, peaches.
So, what do you think about going through some of the comments from last week?
No, I actually like this Q&A we have just going because I have a feeling that we actually have a couple of new viewers.
Can we not call it Q&A, please?
Okay, we're not calling it Q&A. Just ask us anything.
No, it's not. It's not Reddit either. It's just a live stream.
All right. Is there something you want to know? Okay, pretzel is actually spelled like this.
Well, I mean, we had nerdians for a while.
But nerdians, otherwise it should be nerds. Nerdians.
Yeah, but nerds is something that is
but
so
nerdians
generic.
sounds weird. Natures.
Yeah.
Outdoor lovers.
Well, can I at least thank the people who sent some cool mail this week?
Yes, please.
I don't remember who it were exactly, but I remember it was Brendan who sent a card. It's downstairs.
I haven't seen it.
Jessica, of course, who sent a crazy package.
And we have Chris Erickson from Get Fit Gamer.
Yes, who sent a really cool Doctor Who shirt from a thrift store that he was.
Yeah, he was hunting down shirts and Game of Thrones magnets.
Stickers, yeah, those are on the fridge. Same stickers.
I was looking for them because I actually wanted to make a photo, and he actually already put them on the fridge. I saw this.
Here's
this
the thing:
morning.
In the clip that magically disappeared for some reason in the on camera. I don't know why it has happened lately a lot with photos that I make. They're not there on the camera afterwards.
I seriously think I need to get my camera replaced.
Yeah, and I think I'm due to for some point. But either way, so that clip I actually think I said stickers because it looked like stickers at the time. But yeah, they're magnets, so really cool.
Well,
so thank you guys. That was at least the mail that I remember getting. If you guys had sent us mail, but we haven't opened it yet on camera. Either you put in your letter that you are cool with us just reading it, and we should also currently we're up. What? What's going on? Currently, we're actually all up to date with all the mail, so I've been able to write back directly.
You guys should have mail or postcards or whatever you're coming your way.
If
and for the Europeans, because we're going to Europe, my P.O. boxes are still activated, so we will mention it on the vlog and post it on Facebook again, so you can actually send stuff there. My mom picks it up for us, and then we do a European
mail
unmailing
section.
Can we say unmailing?
Unmailing? Okay.
I don't know. It's mailed. It's unmailed. Like
unboxing.
That
sounds to me
it's not a box anymore. It's like
when you say unmailing, that sounds very cringy to me because that basically just means like cutting something off that shouldn't be cut off.
Like Casey.
No. That I mean like cutting the lower part off that I need. Unmailing.
No, it's mail.
Sometimes I want to know: do Europeans dislike Americans? If I had a friend who went to Europe recently, and he said that too. Well, depending on where they were, and second of all, it depends on how he acts, because a majority of people actually really like no matter where the hell you're from. The same way that we don't have problems with racists and bigots, because we simply don't hang out or seek those people out, because those people are there everywhere.
Well, the thing is, when I talked to a couple of friends in the past, some of them were like, "Oh my God, I how can you go to America?" Blah blah blah. But
well, the same way that other people are negative about foreigners here.
But that is just a certain part, especially because of the whole world police stuff and whatever. George W. Bush, blah blah. The second.
Well, that's what Katja says in the chat. Stereotypes exist everywhere.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm mainly friends with people who would go to America on vacation. Some would even live here. Like I said, there are close-minded people and there are open-minded people. And there are simple-minded people.
And the combination of simple-minded people and what was the other one?
What?
The negative one? You had simple-minded people.
I said narrow. I think narrow-minded.
Okay, well, either way, like you have the two types that basically are just dumb and don't look further than they see. That's, I mean, I don't want to go into a whole discussion about things because that's not like same for politics and religion. We don't really care when it comes to religion, even though some people do, which is fine for you guys. I don't want to offend anyone who does practice any of these things, as long as you practice it with good in your mind and good in your heart. That's more important to me. That's what we do. The same way with everything else. At least we try to.
All right, bit of history to Brezel. I'm trying to look it up. It's Mittelhochdeutsch, which means Middle German, Middle High German, so it's older. Brezel with a weird thing. Then there's like Brezel Teller.
That's not good. That's not good. That's good. I thought my beer fell.
And apparently there is a how do you say that? Like a shortening, like a make it cuter version, whatever, from the Latin word brachium, which means underarm. And apparently this looks like a pretzel, and that's why it's called brachium, Latin pretzel. All right, there you go. I can hear you. I need to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to... I'm singing myself. Happy birthday to you. Alright, back to the comments. You guys have disappeared. Close-minded. Okay. What did Jurre just break? Nothing. He was lucky he didn't throw over the new open beer. He just threw over the other beer bottle. Nothing.
Oh my!
Alan asked what you just break.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm going to walk past.
Now you see his butt. All right. Things that happen off screen. By the way, Finn is lying in the corner.
Yep.
He's actually sleeping there again, but you can't see it. Oh my God! Look at his eyes, China puss.
Yeah.
So
the capture broke further. Just check out their
tomorrow's vlog.
I mean, I managed to put
actually
the sheet back on there.
Facebook.com/FluffyByNature. FluffyByNature. We actually have that one.
But I didn't break anything. It's my my fancy Apple bottle opener.
Yeah.
Anyone who has a MacBook knows what this is, and it works remarkably well for opening bottles.
Your butt was
very
much on screen.
You see that it actually is like crooked at some sides to make it easier.
Yeah. Hey, your butt was very much on screen.
Oh dear.
Alan, you're welcome. Again, for those who joined later, we are going to Europe, so we will have 1, 2, or 3 meetups, depending on how many people are actually interested in coming. We do. This is so weird. So years ago, like whatever, 4 years ago. How long have we been here? Let's say 4 or 5 years ago, we actually had a really cool group going on of UK YouTubers, or at least my side. We weren't together back then. You had your Dutch YouTubers, I had my other groups. Yes. And I'm actually trying to reactivate that group, maybe to meet them in London. Mm-hmm. Else maybe Bath and Bristol, like we mentioned before, then a Dutch one and a German one. However, I don't think there will be many German ones coming. So.
Well, even then, even if one person is able to make it, that's still fine for us. I mean, we don't really have the luxury of time. Facebook.com/Jurre is being clumsy tonight. No, I'm not. Butts. Butts.
Well, you may jump in our suitcase and stay in Europe, because actually our suitcases from here to Europe will be empty.
More or less empty.
More or less empty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about either making a dress or two for the weddings for myself for the first time.
All the stuff you can take with you.
Yeah, my other sewing machine and the
bunch of fabrics
and more fabrics. I have so much fabrics in Germany.
Zach asked what I'm drinking. I actually showed you guys. I'm drinking Corona Extra.
We should
instead of my regular dark Guinness-styled beers.
I need a kitty in my life. I'm sorry.
You have to.
Yes, that's why I'm getting one. This one can sleep on my lap instead of this chair.
Poor little kitty cat.
Well, you had him all day.
I can just see his fluffy tail like in a corner, even when you're not even close to the camera.
Hi. Hey, babe. Hi. He's actually purring.
Where's your lime? I don't like limes, honestly.
I have a lime downstairs. You want?
No, I'm good. I think I don't miss anything when it comes. Otherwise, they would. No, I don't miss the lime in my Corona. I'm sorry.
Aww. So, I've been checking my emails the whole week because the Game of Thrones compendium closed like 2 weeks ago, and we are all like waiting if we actually made it in the book, in the printed version, which would be so awesome. We don't win anything, but being in there and the book, which is awesome, and I'm really excited. I really want to be in there, which would be good for a resume. Plus, it would be nice to actually get the book.
Mega says beer's gross. Prefer hard liquor like vodka, tequila, and rum.
Yes, girl. Me too. Was it a girl?
I think it is. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but then you never had good beer. That's the problem.
That sounds more male, although it's an A at the end, which could be female.
Yeah.
Bye, Jurre. Bye, Sara. I have to go eat dinner.
Well, bye. Otherwise, you can always just put us in front of your plate.
Yeah, just take us with you.
Well, I mean, we're about to end our stream too, because at 8 p.m. gone to the snowballs. Well, technically they are snowballs.
Yes.
I gone to the Snow Dogs is celebrating their 200th Fan Friday video, and they're doing a live stream so 8 p.m. meaning like in 15 minutes for us.
Yes.
So I really hope that they let us know when they're ready, because it makes it easier for you guys to transition to it, because trust me, you want to see 3 really fluffy dogs.
Talking about fluffy.
Or 4th if...
This one is getting fluffier every single
That's
day.
the surprise they're going to give. They're going to get a 4th husky.
That would be awesome.
Oh, did I just ruin the surprise, Jessica?
Did we spoil it without knowing? Oh, weird thing, we are invited to a bowling evening from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Free bowling tonight, but I'm already tired. And I have so much stuff to do.
Ivan asks, out of curiosity, why did your parents name you Sara, Stephanie, and Jurre. Well, in my case, my mom was reading a detective series where the author of the book has my name. And my mom has has that name. But that was mainly because there were multiple reasons. Because my name is originally more Scandinavian than anything. Mm-hmm. And I would actually have different names when I was a girl. If I would have been a girl. Because I don't think they knew beforehand.
I think my parents, they never really told me why they picked Stephanie. The only thing I know why they picked the names, how they picked it, because my brother is called Alexander and I'm called Stephanie with my real name. So Stephanie and Alexander are both easy to pronounce in other languages because they are existing in other languages.
See, and this is what my mom did wrong.
No!
She made it so hard.
I actually hate the fact I want a unique name. Uh-huh. And the thing is, they also thought they are not giving us a middle name to make it easy on us. So we only have a first name and a last name. And I'm like, I want a middle name, at least something fancy. I don't care if it's like the name of my grandmother. Yeah. So I guess that it's not really why I chose the other name. That has other reasons. But nowadays, it's like when someone actually is like, Sara, I'm turning my head because I'm so used to.
And anyone asking about the background noise, I hope you mean the outside world, because there was like the neighbor kids making screaming and other noises.
Just say hi to the people.
He's like, bitch, you don't get to tell me what to do. I'm fluffy, I do whatever the hell I like.
Come, at least say hi to the vlog.
Really? Really, Cass? You've been fluffy and cute all day. Well, I mean, you've been sleeping most of it, but...
Alright, bye.
Not cooperating whatsoever.
Hey, Finn.
Beer's not good for you,
Finn.
I think.
Finn.
Why are you sleeping?
Yeah, so it would be easier if I could actually use my screen name in real life. It would be easier to spell.
Yeah.
People actually wouldn't ask me, probably.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Well, I guess we're not going through comments today, then.
I guess not.
Wow, what a luxury problem you have, Jessica. Which decision to make about the spear hood she wears?
Well, I can't wear any because he is wearing mine. But you said we can share. No, wait, you said we don't share. Give it back.
So, Mika asks, what kind of cat is... What kind of cat is Cass? Cass is a combination between a fluffy cat and a really fluffy cat.
I think Cass is actually something like either a wild cat, like a Norwegian forest cat or something, or Siberian forest cat.
It says it on his files, but I don't really know.
And a tabby. So he is not he's not a breed. I was actually looking up the breed of him today, so I'm not 100% sure. It's a domestic short hair, but he's also a tabby because he still has like the stripes in there. Yeah. So.
But yeah, Cass is definitely a special kind of, because he is not.
He's very fluffy.
He is a special kind of fluffy.
He could be something like a Maine Coon with a domestic house cat like Nero is. Just that he actually has...
It's not sweaty and hot in there.
It is.
No.
It smells like you.
Well, that's something else. It's smelling like me should be a good thing.
Yes.
Yes?
Most of...
What?
Most of the time.
Most of the time? Okay.
That would actually make... never mind. Hello. So last night I was actually walking through the supermarket with us because he would never wear that in public. Unless he's out with the snow dogs.
I would probably do it still.
And the woman was like, "Oh my god, you're something for the paws too." And I'm like, "Yep, isn't this awesome? Love it." Ah. All right, back to the comments. Oh, Mr. Tippis is here. Hey, Mr. Tippis, how was the house visit? Tell me about it later, or us. I'm interested.
Wait, what?
He was looking at the house today.
Oh, where?
Oh, yesterday?
Where?
In a Cincy.
Oh, okay.
Fluffy Cass is fluffy. Yes. He's so fluffy.
Yes, he definitely is.
I'm gonna die. I want to cuddle him.
See, here's the only difference between Cass and Finn. Cass is the fluffy one, well, the furry fluffy one. But this is all Finn. This is all thin.
Well, technically he's a white cat with a bit of red on it, but
yeah.
I always see him as a ginger cat with white, but most of his fur is actually white.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we could have called him Red Panda.
Yeah,
I kind of regret that we didn't call
Cass
Totoro, and because technically we saw Finn first, we could have called him Cass. If we had adopted him first, so
I guess, yeah.
We always have everything backwards.
Well, I mean, you guys have seen his belly, right? He looks like Totoro.
Yeah.
Or Totoro.
Totoro! Jenny actually asked Jess how many spirit hoods she has. I have no idea. I would guess
no one really
like
knows how much
10,
she has.
12? Or 8? I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean,
if you guys haven't subscribed to the Tippers vlogs, which you might see in the comments right now, do it!
That's Josh. He was over on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Tuesday.
One, he's an awesome dude. 2, he has a wish for his birthday, which is coming up pretty soon. He wants to have 500 subscribers. He is halfway, so we actually need to push him a bit. So please subscribe. I mean, subscribers doesn't really say anything.
Auto-tuned.
I can do that actually.
No, that's fine.
I can sing
I believe you.
out the tune.
That's fine. You don't have to do it for me.
I can make funny noises.
Cat says short-haired cats actually shed more. I totally believe that.
They're actually pretty good when it comes to that.
Yeah. You have 12 spirit hoods? Where do you keep those things? Like, do you keep them under bed for winter? Well, I mean, technically you have both the dogs too then, but 12! Holy crap!
Yep.
I don't even know what to... I mean, technically... I mean, I had a bunch of Converse for a while, like rainbow amount. So I'm not judging too much.
For those who are watching, I'm not sure if Press Record talked about it yet, but they might or might not bring Nora over.
I don't think they meant... Or I was setting up, but yeah, on Monday they're coming up to Columbus, and we will probably have Nora for a little bit until they come back.
Puffer Cat.
Yeah, so that's going to be a fun experience once again to see how long it takes for them to be not.
It would be good if they get along, because in the future we really want a husky at some point.
Well, I mean, it's just a case of they know that they're not going anywhere anytime soon.
It's weirdly enough, those two love each other. Of course, they fight and whatever, but they're one unit. Yeah, I know it's play fighting, but they bite sometimes. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Not us, just each other. They're playing.
They do what cat things do to themselves.
We had a different cat outside in the yard this week at some point, and those two just went like puff and.
Hey, how about not doing that?
Why?
He was sleeping.
And?
He was cute, he was sleepy, and now he's awake, and he's like, bitch, what you up to?
What? I did the cat siren.
Okay.
Oh my god. Look at him. Things that happen off screen. We should have t-shirts.
Yeah, but
what do you guys think? Should we make merch? Because we wanted to do it ourselves and stuff, but I don't know. I would like to have notice shirts, to be honest.
Well, with that thought, it's good for us to slowly wrap up the stream.
Yes.
Because Jessica says in the stream in the chat that she is good to hit at 8, which gives us a good time to wrap up here and switch over to their stream. So make sure you go to youtube.com/guntothesnowdogs
no games, no comments today.
Or just click on their little YouTube link in the chat, because that will take you directly to their channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I mean, we started a little bit earlier than planned, but it was actually really good because it was like directly one after the other. So I don't know how it's going to be in the future, but it seems like if we're going to make a little alliance here with our Friday night stream, like we go one after the other. So that's a lot of fun, that you have at least like 3-4 hours of entertainment where you can decide to watch or not watch.
And eat, obviously, from waffles to pancakes. Well, then Tippis should do something.
Yes.
So pancakes to schnitzel to pretzel buns.
So with that in mind, I'm going to set everything up so we can.
Okay, guys. Congrats
Yeah, congratulations
to They have been doing this for 4 years now. It's their 200th
Fan Friday. Yes.
This is our, I don't know, XYC Friday live show. We did it on Saturdays.
We don't really number them, I think.
We should probably, but then we feel obligated. We should do live stream from Europe.
We'll try.
Okay.
I cannot promise I will be able to make it, but we'll see.
Here's a question. You can leave it in the comments real quick before we end. I'm thinking of actually doing postcards. But then I would like to set it up like a GoFundMe, and you guys just say, hey, I want one from England, I want from the Netherlands, I want from Germany, or I want a combined one. Leave it in the comments. Is that a good idea, or is it just bad? I'm sorry. All right.
You just look cute, so you get away with it for now.
Okay.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
Have
a good evening, and we'll probably see you guys in the chat. In Gone of the Snow Dogs. Genies? Jeez, that's old school stuff. Half of them don't even know what that is. I do. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of them in the chat that don't even know it. Well,
we actually have older viewers, I need to say.
Even then.
I think Ivan is not allowed to drink beer yet, but the rest is.
Okay. Well, guys, we'll see you guys next week, and otherwise, make sure to check out the vlogs. Actually, check out today's vlog that went up before the stream. Bye-bye!
Bye!